Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadidamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Today I'd like for you to consider that the missing step in your manifestation process isn't your vision board or your affirmations. It's actually protecting your energy field. If your aura is wide open and carrying everyone else's energy, your manifestations get blocked before they can even reach you. Namaste and welcome to the Spiritual Wealth Podcast. I'm your host, Alexandra Savithri Amba, Reiki Master, Vedic Healing Master, and Spiritual Life Coach. For over 35 years, I've practiced and taught spiritual self-development and healing, led pilgrimages to India, and studied with blessed gurus. Here on the podcast, we explore such topics as Reiki, Vedic healing, mantras, manifestation, yoga, metaphysics, and the timeless practices that ultimately awaken your inner power so that you can manifest love, peace, well-being, and step into the highest expression of you. So welcome, and today we are going to be talking about an important topic, which is protecting your energy field. Why this is essential to manifestation and how simple daily rituals can completely shift the way you are holding your power and therefore what you manifest. So if you are familiar with my style of either podcast recording or teaching, you might know that I have a commitment to taking my cues from within. And I try to practice this in my life and in my work. So one of the topics that's been really speaking to me lately is the importance of protecting the energy field. When I first got into Reiki and metaphysics, I was slightly fascinated with this. And then at some point I thought, oh, I think we're all overdoing this and we're just getting too sensitive and too wrapped up in this idea that we have to protect ourselves. But your aura is like your skin. It absorbs, it reflects, it carries impressions of what you let near it. I've spoken before about being very, very hyper vigilant about what you will allow into your energy field. And this means the food, the company you keep, the music you listen to, the just all of the input that you allow into your space. So your energy field can be like a sponge. And if it is wide open and unprotected, you're not just carrying your intentions, you're also carrying, because you pick up other people's stress, doubt, fears, expectations. And that heaviness can actually block your projects from manifesting, because instead of vibrating with your own inner clarity, you're going to start resonating with everyone else's noise around you. So I want to encourage you not to get fearful about any of this, but just to become highly protective of your energy field, and this means protecting your aura. So let's talk about what protection actually means. Again, energy protection is not about fear, and it's also not about shutting people out. It is about having clear boundaries. It's also about strengthening your own inner light so that you can stand in the world without being drained or pulled off your path, without being distracted, without being moved into a direction that someone else wants you to go. You know, so often when we work with energy, we become very sensitive, but we also become very happy, very upbeat, very full of light. And you will find that other people are attracted to that light, which is fine. It's wonderful. We are here to share that light with others. And this sharing will probably take place on a daily basis. But we also have the responsibility to protect our own energy fields so that the sharing doesn't become too much, so that you're not leaving phone calls and interactions with other people feeling as if your energy has been compromised in any way. So when you become hyper vigilant about caring for your own energy field, your manifestation becomes easier. When your energy field, your aura is clear and protected, manifestation flows. And that's because you are not leaking energy or fighting against other people's projections. Instead, you're fully aligned with your own vision, with your own path. So, as many of you know, I work with mantras a lot. It's the chanting of Sanskrit mantras is an integral part of my practice. And these mantras help us manifest, they help us create, they help us move through obstacles, they help us attract things to us. There are many mantras for protection. One of the greatest mantras for protection is the Gayatri mantra. It protects your life force energy. When your life force energy is protected, you have this great reservoir of strength to create your vision on this earth. For many years, I've chanted all different mantras. And as I said, some of them provide this great and very specific protective energy to the aura. And just like I've said, you've probably heard me say this many times, that when you go into a temple or a church or a holy space, a space where there has been a concentrated degree of energy, you cannot know the benefit of the experience. You know that it's beneficial, but you cannot imagine or know for sure you can't weigh it in any terms. I mean, you know for sure it has helped you, but I'm saying you can't quantify it. You can't say, well, like these bracelets here, my bangle bracelets are in front of me. Let's say they weigh 1 pound. I don't think they weigh that much, but let's say they weigh 1 pound. And then these other bangles over here are made of a different metal, and those weigh 3 pounds. So you can't do that with a mantra. You can't do that with energy. You can't measure it. You can't measure love. But you can say, and you can feel, and you can sense the impact of these experiences, like having the darshan of a deity, or being in front of a saint or a guru, or walking into a temple that is thousands of years old and feeling the presence in these spaces. And when you work with energy, like with Reiki, you become highly sensitive, so you can feel such things. And lately, on Instagram recently, actually, I posted a couple reels where I was chanting a prayer, a mantra of protection. It's something I've been chanting every day for many years, and I I don't know why, but lately I was moved to chant that on Instagram, hoping that it helps somebody. It's a prayer of protection. And as I said, there are many ways to protect the energy field. So with a mantra, it is said that even if it falls upon someone's ears, they derive benefit. So when I do some of my Instagram reels, well, really kind of all of them, the way I create these podcast episodes and the way I try to live my life, which is through a place of inspiration. So I was inspired to chant this. I can't say why, but it is my hope that somebody needed to hear it, and somebody heard it and derived the benefit of it. Of course, every time I chant it, I'm benefiting. But when you chant a mantra, you are affecting not only you, but the atmosphere around you and anyone who hears that mantra. So let's talk about a simple ritual you can do to protect your energy field. And this is going to be kind of a guided ending to this podcast. I just felt like I wanted to share something that you could do today. I can't tell you, oh, here's this mantra, so chant it, because the one I was referring to is several verses long and it's really lovely. But it's maybe I'll chant it at the end. But instead, I thought I can give you a simple ritual to try. Now, before I talk about that ritual, I want to say that the word ritual, what is a ritual? Sometimes when we say a ritual, it conjures up images of, like women dancing around a fire and uh, doing things that seem kind of mystical and otherworldly. We all have rituals in our lives. So spiritual rituals have been inherent in all religious backgrounds for thousands of years. So a ritual is a repetitive process that works. It can be a spiritual ritual. It could be an exercise ritual you have. It could be a nutritional ritual you have. It could be a ritual of self-care that you have. So when I say ritual, it is something that you take with you and hopefully you implement it and add it to your daily routine. But a ritual holds power. A ritual is more than a routine. A ritual is like a routine imbued with special powers. So the other thing I want to say is when I first got into Reiki, I remember my Reiki master telling me, it wasn't right away, but I at some point, maybe a couple of years after I'd known her, I remembered her saying that she was very selective about who she would let work on her. So she would not just allow anyone to give her a healing or give her Reiki or give her body work. And I thought, oh, what's with that? I was quite young at the time. And then as I progressed on my path, I very, very much understood it, because especially when you're giving and receiving body work, you're in the person's energy field. It's an intimate space to move into someone's aura. So because you develop your very sensitive capacities, your abilities, as a practitioner, it is a very real thing to say, I don't really want just anyone working on me. And it's just like you don't select everyone to be your friend. You don't select everyone to be your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband. Those are very precious relationships in your life. So when you're a healer, if you find yourself feeling not so inclined to allow just any old person to give you a session of Reiki, of body work, of massage, of chiropractic, acupuncture, whatever it is, I want to encourage you to honor that feeling, because that is your aura protecting itself. That is your aura saying, I don't want to allow that person into my space. I don't know why. You don't have to know why. It just doesn't feel resonant. So a simple ritual you can try to protect your energy field is to sit quietly, and you can do this now if you like. Rub your hands together. Place your hands gently over your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And imagine a golden light radiating outward from your body, forming a luminous shield all around you. It's like a sheath of protection. You can see this sheath supporting you, nurturing you, holding you, protecting you. And you can silently set the intention. Only energies of love and truth may enter this space. I am protected. I am aligned with my own inner wisdom, with my own inner light. And then when you finish the practice, you can move your hands. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So if you do this and you go out into the world every day, you can really feel that your energy field has this little mysterious, mystical, sparkly bubble around it. And it keeps your energy field clear. And also in the visualization process, you really become tuned in to the fact that your aura is real. Just like you would take a sweater and put the sweater on when you're cold, your aura is protecting you. So as you communicate with your aura, it protects you even more. It's like when I chant a mantra, I could know about the mantra, I could have an intellectual awareness of the mantra, but when I hear the mantra, it protects me more, it energizes me more, it empowers me more. And when I chant it, it's even more amplified. As I say in some of the Vedic healing classes, there are different levels of working with mantras. And remember, a few minutes ago, I think I said that on Instagram, when I chanted that mantra, I just was led to do it. It's a chant for protection. That's one of the things it does. And I thought, even if this falls upon someone's ear, I know they will derive benefit. So I'm going to close with singing that actually, and I hope you enjoy it. The first time I heard this, I thought it was so beautiful, and I said to myself, I don't know what that is, but I must learn that. I fell in love with this. It's a prayer and a chant to Narasimha, he's like an incredible, um, powerful protective force. He's half lion, and he's ferocious, but he's so loving also. All the deity forms, when I really get into studying them, you find that fierceness is for strength and protection. It's never to scare you, the devotee, because the devotee is appealing to the deity form for help. So that being comes in strength to help you. And so any ferociousness, I'm just saying, don't be afraid. The ferociousness is there to support you and let you know, I have you. I'm holding you. I'm there behind you to lift you up when times are troublesome, and really any time. And so as we connect with these mantras more, and these kinds of rituals, we find this great degree of comfort because we know we are held, we are surrounded with light. It's like a huge hug uh, coming for us and wrapping its arms around us. Um, so if you like, just listen to this. I hope that it speaks to you as it spoke to me, and I am singing this for the protection of your energy field and for you to know that this aura that you have around you is real, and it is to be cared for. And ultimately, when you are protecting it, you are going to further your manifestations. So the topic of this podcast episode was about protection, helping you manifest your dreams. And I want to just kind of circle back to that as we end here and tell you again, this is not to make you feel neurotic or scared of the world. It is more so that you can stay on path, on your own personal path towards what you are here to do. And when the energy field is protected, you are quite focused and quite dedicated and quite committed in a way that is unshakable. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladalada Dayine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Nrsimha Bharato Nrsimho Yato Yato Yamitato Nrsimha Bahir Nrsimho Hridaye Nrsimho Nrsimhamadim Sharanam Prapatye Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Abhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Pralamaharaj Jaya Pralamaharaj Jaya Pralamaharaj Jaya Pralamaharaj Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So if your manifestations have felt stuck, maybe it's not because you're doing anything wrong. Maybe it's because your energy field needs just a little more care and protection. Start here with protecting your aura. Create a ritual that protects the aura, and notice how much more ease and flow arrive when you stand in your own energy, fully protected, fully aligned, fully committed to your path. Thank you for joining me today. If this resonated, feel free to share it with someone who needs to hear that protecting their energy is part of manifesting. Om Sai Ram. Om Asatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Sai Ram. Jai Guruji. Jai Bhagavan. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Hare Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya.